Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. This is the new moon reading, lunar eclipse. Oh my God. So we came through a full moon lunar eclipse. Now we're into a new moon lunar eclipse. And I just want to make it clear that those of you that have struggled with that full moon eclipse that we went through the end of May, that was necessary. This is the message that I got. That was necessary for you to be open and accepting and in a place where you're allowing the new to come in. It was about letting go what you no longer needed, what no longer served you. I went through from the full moon, the end of April, to right now, the most hellish trip that I think I've ever been on as far as shadow work goes, as far as letting go of what I no longer need, what no longer serves me. I've had, as you all know, a dog that has been close to death for almost 6 weeks here. And she would shift and get better, and I'd think, oh, thank God. And then she would go south again and be even worse in her worst point. And it got to the place where I finally I was awake with her through the night, every night, trying to keep her going. And I finally reached that place where I had to say, you know what? I love you to death, but if you need to go, you need to go. I'm letting you go. I can't change things. I truly believed she wasn't meant to be here any longer. Even though I had been told right from the beginning that she was going to be fine. So this for me was all about letting go and trusting and having faith and using my intuition and my guidance to move me through something that was extremely difficult for me. Because right from the beginning, I was told that she was going to be fine. And I was also told that I needed to trust, I needed to have faith, I needed to believe, I just needed to go the distance, have the courage and the strength to go the distance because she was going to be fine. I made enemies with I don't know how many different veterinarians where I live. I'm at a point now where there's probably not too many that I can take my dogs to because they all wanted to prescribe medications for her and injections for her and this and that. And I went with my gut, and my gut kept saying no, no. The only thing my gut said yes to was I went into a meditation one day, and I don't know where I went, but I went someplace deep, and I was brought out with a sharp pain to the left side of my neck. And when I came out, and my dog Dixie was with me, and when I came out, I realized, oh my God, this is about Dixie. Why the neck? Why the throat? And then I was taken back to a time in my childhood when I used to get strep throat all the time, and I thought that's her problem. When I researched it, I came to the conclusion that the drugs she needed was not the drugs that she was on because she was getting worse. What she needed was penicillin. So I went to the emergency clinic here and I said, we got to change her drugs. She needs penicillin, not what she's on. And the universe lined this up for me. I know they did, because the vets to that point were not willing to agree with anything I had to say. They all wanted to go by the book. They wanted to go by the scientific. And I get that. That's who they are. But it's not who I am. And they brought me to a vet that was on duty that day at that point in time who didn't question me. And she just changed the prescription. And she gave me 3 that I could choose from. And I said to her, no, you choose. Pick the one that's going to kick the ass of this infection that she's got. She chose doxycycline. And I later came to the realization that doxycycline, although it's lower end antibiotic in the tree of antibiotics, it's at the lower end, but it's still a broad spectrum antibiotic. Whatever was going on with her, and nobody could tell me, it was just always, she had a fever of unknown origin. But whatever was going on with her, she needed doxycycline. And even the vets denied that doxycycline was what she would need, because I started to think it was strep in her body, or she had a tick bite. And there was something else. Oh man, I can't remember. Bronchitis. All 3 of those, the drug of choice is doxycycline. So it didn't matter what she had, that drug would take care of it. And it has. 2 hours after her first dose, I noticed a difference in her. And she's just steadily gotten better. So Follow your gut. Let go of what you need to let go of. And what I mean by that is trusting. Have faith and trust that no matter how bad it looks on the outside, and that was another message I kept receiving, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how much you feel she looks like she's dying, it's not the way it seems. So just have strength and courage to move forward. So I wanted to just give that story because a lot of you have been sending me prayers and well wishes and hoping my little girl gets better, and she is. So thank you so much. Just an update for you. But also, I know there's got to be others of you going through what I went through. Maybe not with your dog, maybe with a family member, maybe your own health. Have faith and have trust that things are not as bad as they appear on the outside. Things are going to work out for you for the highest good. You just have to go within. And this new moon, lunar eclipse, if you've gone through anything like that from the last full moon or the full moon prior to that, whatever this is for you, know that this new moon, it's going to be just as intense as the last full moon lunar eclipse, but in a way of new beginnings, not endings. So whatever you went through with the last full moon, that's bringing you to a place of new beginnings, okay? And get excited. Get excited because this is going to change everything. This is going to be a really interesting and somewhat weird eclipse because it's in the sign of Gemini. But just as the latest of the round of Saturn-Uranus clashes takes place, so it's going to be a little strange. And does it mean that it's going to be bad? No, not at all. It's definitely a time to live consciously as well as intentionally, though. So like I said, go within and really figure things out. Neptune gives us access to the divine, but under this lunation, it is clashing and confusingly with the moon, the sun, and Mercury. So move through any confusion that you might have this week with a daily practice that's going to allow you to connect with your higher self and transform your life. Meditate, meditate, meditate. And you know what? Those of you that don't like to meditate, you don't meditate, don't want to, that's fine. Anything that you have, a hobby, anything creative that you like to do that you find while you're doing it, you get all focused into it and caught up in it so that, you look at your watch 4 hours later feeling like it's been 20 minutes and you go, oh my God, I've been doing this for 4 hours. That's a form of meditation. So do that. Go for a long walk in nature and just clear your mind. Just observe and focus on the beauty and the balance, the energetic balance that you feel around you, because nature is so perfectly and naturally balanced energetically that you can't help but be the same when you're in it, as long as you free your mind, okay? Another way to work through this eclipse clash with Neptune is to think about your spirituality and where you are with it, right? And again, meditation daily or chanting. Now, the chanting that you do does not have to be out loud. You can do, in fact, sometimes the chanting is more powerful when it's done inwards rather than outward, quietly in your mind. And I want to point out that the planet Neptune, that it's being triggered by this eclipse this week, but it's strongly associated with music. Chanting is music, okay? So silent chanting, like I said, is even more powerful than chanting out loud. And if you hold crystals at the same time, you could elevate your experience. And all you got to do is chant Om or the word peace. Just do that for a few minutes, because what that does also, it stops thought. You're focusing on saying Om. You're not allowing any thoughts in. So this Saturn-Uranus clash is a follow-up, though. I want to point that out too. It's a kind of a cosmic echo, if you will, of the Uranus-Pluto clashes from 2011 to 2015. So there's a good chance that we're all going to be asked whether we made the life changes we already knew we needed during that period. So enjoy the ride, because it could be It could be fairly interesting, to say the least, but it's okay because, again, it's a new moon, so it's about bringing new beginnings. It's not about bringing, well, it is kind of about bringing endings, but the full moon brought the endings for us, right? So that we could have these new beginnings. And I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be huge, huge. Not these little tiny baby beginnings. This is huge. This could be, those of you that aren't in your twin flame union yet, that could be one of the things that takes place here. This could be bringing you into union. So I've pulled the Moonology cards. Now these, what I've just spoke about is for everybody, okay? Not just the three people that, or the three zodiac signs that I'm doing the reading for, but this is for everybody. Now the Moonology cards that I pulled, obviously, new moon in Gemini, because that's what this is. It's a new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. So like I said, you could be getting communication from your twin here, right? Or you could be sending them a message, however it goes. Then we have, because it's in Gemini, Gemini is a mutable sign, so it's the mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. It's not as it looks. Again, it's that same message. Things are not as they seem. There's nothing set in stone. There's nothing that you need to worry about. Nothing, okay? And then we have, of course, new moon, which indicates a new start, a new beginning. Always. The new moon is always about new beginnings. If you have something new that you want to start, a new career, a new business, anything new that you haven't experienced yet, save it till after a new moon. You always start something new after a new moon, not before. Well, okay, you want to start it after a new moon and before the full moon, never after a full moon. Okay, because the full moon's all about endings. You want to begin something new during a beginning time. And the final card we have is the new moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Like I said, this is going to be big. It's huge. This isn't going to be one of those little itty bitty changes that we're all used to. Not at all. I'm expecting things to be massive around this new moon. Absolutely massive. Okay, help me out here, cards. Okay, stay put now. Okay, so now that we've got that done, I'm going to get into the three zodiac signs here, and within that reading or those readings, I'm going to let you know what house this new moon is in and how that's going to affect you, okay? So let's get into it. Okay, Virgo, it's your turn. Okay, so this new moon for you, it's in your 10th house. And your 10th house is all about your professional life, or if you're a student, your school life, your student life, okay? And it's all about the potential and the ambition around those two, or whichever one is right for you. But if you're already on the right path in your working life, this new moon can really amp things up for you. But if you're struggling professionally and not quite sure where to turn, you can use this new moon as a marker. Over the next 4 weeks, really put yourself out there, research your job market, and talk to experts who can help you get where you want to be. Not just experts, though. You can talk to all kinds of different people. Somebody along the way is going to have the answer for you. Spirit is going to make sure, okay? Because that's part of this new moon for you. Now, what I want to do is pull 4 of the Queen of the Oracle cards here. This is going to give you information on what's coming in the next 4 weeks. And a timeline of what's coming, possibly in the next 4 weeks or outside of the 4 weeks, but timing regardless, okay? Okay, I'm not taking that because I don't take dropouts, flippers, whatever you want to call it. Okay. First card out. Gemini, I think, had this. It's card number 9. 9s are all about completion. It's all about tying up loose ends, getting yourself completed here so that you can step into that newness that's coming with this new moon, okay? And that's part of what Spirit has been doing for you over the last full moon period, between the full moon and the new moon. If, like I said earlier, if you've been going through something difficult, that was Spirit's way of pulling you out of, tying up the loose ends of the old so that you can move into the new at time of new moon, okay? This is the first quarter moon, and it's all about assessing. And the first quarter moon is June 18th. Now I am going to look at all the timelines of these cards. Once we get them all down, I'm going to put them in order at that point, and we'll go over it. Then you have card 41, breaks down to a 5. It's all about change, and you know already that this new moon eclipse is all about powerful change. And like I said, if you've been going through it from the last full moon, I've been going through it since the full moon of April. It's been 6 long, hard, dark, very scary weeks. So if you've been going through it, then know that what's coming is just as equally intense in a good way as what the full moon brought intense-wise in a bad way, or what felt like a bad way, okay? It was for your growth. This is Queen of the Moon. Ooh, Queen of the Moon. Sovereignty. Wow. Virgo, you guys are on the move. You are climbing so, so high. That would be why, if you've really been going through it for the last few weeks, that would be why. Because you are climbing to such high heights here. Wow. Holy cow. Okay, card number 7. This number 7 is a divine number. It's all about divinity, divine intervention. This is the waxing crescent 5. The waxing crescent 5, which would be June 15th. And this is all about nourishment, taking care of you, maybe even those around you. Nourishing the planet, I'm hearing. Nourishing yourself, the planet, others. Sorry, guys. You are being nourished. Whoa. Okay, that's interesting. Spirit is going to be nourishing you. Wow. We're talking nourishment at a level of abundance, of love, happiness, finances. You are about to be taken care of in such a big way, Virgo. Oh my goodness. Card 15 breaks down to a 6. This is all about love. Waxing gibbous 6. The waxing gibbous 6 is June 24th. Action. June 24th is when everything flies into action. Ooh, that's so good. So good, so good, so good. Okay, so let's get these into order. I think I'm going to leave the Queen of the Moon at the end because she doesn't really have a date attached to her. Okay, so waxing gibbous 6 is June 24th, and the waxing crescent 5 is June 15th. So that goes here, and the first quarter moon is June 18th. So that goes in here. Wow, Virgo. Okay, so now that we're getting them in order, I'm going to let you know, wow, where we're at. Okay, so we start out with nourishment because the waxing crescent 5, like I said, this is June 15th. So starting June 15th, this will be the beginning of your nourishment. Take care of you too, though, okay? I'm feeling more that this is about karma. This is payback. This is all the rewards coming back to you that you've earned by all the good work that you've done, all the helping of everybody, helping of others, taking care of others, nourishing the planet, nourishing yourself. You're about to be rewarded in a huge way, Virgo. Huge. Spirit is about to nourish you from every angle. If you haven't been feeling well, you are going to be. Spirit is making those that are ill well. Those that are broke, you're getting money. Those that are looking for love, it's on its way. Wow. And now the first quarter moon, June 18th. You're going to be doing some assessing of things here. You're going to be in a place where you see things from a much higher vantage point. You are going to be able to see things through the eyes of spirit here, because you are being raised above. Wow. Wow. And it's going to put an end to all that wasn't good, all that cost you so dearly one way or another. Oh, this is bringing tears to my eyes, Virgo. You have such beauty coming your way. And then the waxing gibbous 6, June 24th, is time to take action. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be you taking action, someone else taking action, or spirit taking action in your life, or creating action in your life, however you want to word it. Wow. So the 24th of June. That's crazy. Crazy. So from the 15th of June to the 24th, that's like a 1 week period here. Basically a 1 week period, all of this. I think you're going to feel like your head is spinning, to be honest. I think it's all going to happen very quickly. But that's okay, because it's going to be so good. Sorry guys, I got a bit of a sore throat. I had to get a drink. Okay. And now this sovereignty card. This is the Queen of the Moon, number 5. This is all about change. So what I'm feeling here is, this is the action. All of this builds up to this Queen of the Moon card here. It's going to take you to heights like you have never known. And this is going to be your new beginning. This is going to be that powerful change. All of this leads you up to that powerful change that's coming in your life. And it's very possible because it's in Gemini, right? This new moon is in Gemini. And it is, by the way, the 10th of June. So I'm doing this on the 9th. So tomorrow, everything kind of starts to move forward for you. But it's all about communication. And it's very possible that you have communication coming in either, this is the 24th, right? So either on the 24th or by the 24th. Wow, okay. So now we're going to get Gaia Oracle cards. This is going to help us understand a little bit further what this is all that's going on up here. This feels amazing, Virgo. Oh, absolutely amazing. Spirit is about to reward you in such a big way. Get in the receiving mode. Do your meditating, whatever that means to you, whatever way you choose to meditate. Get in the receiving mode, because it's coming and you want to be ready for it. Flame tree, number 30. This breaks down to a 3. This is all about your growth, your expansion, your evolving. The start of something new. Yes, it is. Wow, something very passionate for you, Virgo. Look at the flames here. This is passion. This is drive, ambition. And that's on top of the nourishment card and the assessing card. Wow, Spirit is bringing you something new. You might not be aware that it is coming from Spirit, and that's why you choose to step back and assess it. Or maybe Spirit brings it in and you are aware. That's, you're in that higher vantage point, able to see this from a place of Spirit and understand that it is the start of something really big and new for you. And you go for it. And now you have card number 7. Again, this is a divine number. It is divine intervention. Goddess of creation, transformation, creativity, wholeness. Oh my goodness. Life like you've never known it, Virgo. Wow. Now this is on top of the assessing and the action card. You're going to transform here. You are transforming into this Queen of the Moon. And what is the moon? Intuition, right? You are going to be at a level of queen intuitively. You're going to, wow. You will be able to move yourself forward intuitively like nobody's business. Card 29 breaks down to an 11, and I do not break anything down. 11, 22, 33, 44. Those are all ascended master numbers. They are not to be broken down. Thinking of you, a loving thought, serendipity. Now, serendipity is all about those happy accidents that take place that really are not accidents. You know they're not. They're happy coincidences, but they're not coincidences. It's Spirit working its magic, putting you at the right place at the right time, right frame of mind. Now, this sits on top of the action card and the sovereignty card. This is about your growth. Something. You're moved to take action, or action is taken upon you, and it's all about love, happy times, happy accidents, serendipitous things coming into your world to increase your intuitive abilities. You are climbing so high, Virgo. Holy cow. Holy cow. That's this powerful change. It's huge. Okay, now we're going to get Heal Yourself, 2 Heal Yourself cards. I want to point out to everybody that if you click on the title of this video, my description box will drop down. You'll be able to see the decks that I'm using there, as well as the link to the extended for this video, okay? So now your first card here is, 24 breaks down to a 6, all about love. And yes, it is, self-love. This sits on top of the flame tree and the goddess of creation, which also sits on nourishment, assessing, and action. You are moving into a place of true self-love. But with that, when you reach that place of self-love, this heightened state of self-love, it truly is when you become the queen of your world. You have no trouble making decisions from this place. You are working from a place of nothing but intuitive ability. And I felt that going through my little dog's sickness, because I had to guide myself and her wellness by way of intuition. Had I listened to all the vets and all the different drugs and prescriptions and crap that they wanted her to be on, she might not be healthy right now. She might not have made it. But it was because I trusted and I had faith and I followed my gut. And when something screamed no at me, I said no. And I have so many vets that do not like me right now. They don't even want me coming to them for appointments with my little girl anymore. It's like, what are you doing here? You don't want to listen to us? Why bother coming? And I'm a little upset by that, because Over that 6-week period, I spent over $6,000, and all I got out of any of them was it was a fever of unknown origin. I healed my dog. Anyway, thank God she's healed. I'm moving into positive now. Card number 2, all about duality, partnership, relationships. But this one represents self-sabotage. And Virgo, you know I'm a Virgo, and I know all about us. We are so good, or we used to be good, at self-sabotage. We got to stop. This sits on Goddess of Creation and thinking of you. A loving thought. Don't allow yourself to go here. Whatever this loving thought is that's coming in, it's being brought in by this Goddess of Creation, this transition, creativity, this wholeness. You are about to become whole. You're letting go of self-sabotage. You need to let go of self-sabotage, because this also, because it's attached to the thinking of you, which is attached to the Queen of the Moon. Letting this go allows you to shift into this position here, Queen of the Moon, Queen of Intuition, in other words. Love yourself more than the need to keep doing this, the sabotaging. Know that you are deserving. You have the self-worth, the self-esteem, self-confidence. You're deserving of all of it. And you know what? You already know this, I'm sure. I have a new meditation channel. I'm going to attach a couple of meditations up here for you. If you're interested, check them out. I've got self-love, self-worth, self-esteem, self-forgiveness, I think even I have. I've got a few up now. But I'm going to put the new moon meditation up as well for you, okay? If you like to meditate. If you don't, you might want to start. It's a huge help. I was one that didn't meditate. I didn't like it. I didn't want to do it, so I didn't. And then I started, because I started to ascend, and I realized I need to meditate. And as much as I hated it, I did it. And you know what? I absolutely love it now. That's my little girl. That's all she's got left for symptoms is a cough. Don't you, baby? Yeah, but it's going away. Oh, Virgo. Oh my goodness. Wedding rings. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. This is what you're headed for. You needed to get to this place, Queen of Intuition, before you could come into union with your twin or your soulmate or your eternal soulmate, whatever you want to call it. Do not allow yourself to go into this self-sabotage. Let it go. Stay in a place of self-love. This is a tug of war going on right here. I want you to look at these two cards. This is self-love and self-sabotage. Look at the difference in colors. Look at the difference in demeanor. It's a tug of war. It's a fight between self-love and self-sabotage. Self-love needs to win. I have a feeling self-love is going to win. But if self-love wins, you end up with your person. Wow. I did not expect it to go there, Virgo. This is for you. This is in the house of profession. But apparently you're going to have it all. Your twin misses you. Apparently you're going to have it all. You're going to have the love, the money, and the success in your career. Wow. Talk about powerful change, Virgo. I told you it was going to be intense. I can feel it. This is huge. Synchronicity Oracle. There's my son. He likes to show up every now and then. Get to that place of peace. Once you get to that place of peace and self-love, this stuff can't touch you anymore. Find the peace within. Peace and ease within. That's the easiest way to live your life. Now we're going to get a Just Ask Oracle card. Not right for you at this time. Doesn't mean it's not right for you. It just means divine timing. This is not the right timing, whatever this is for you. This could be something that you all have been looking for, wanting, waiting for, wishing for, and it sits on top of the wedding rings, okay? So what I want to point out here is this is not right for you at this time. But it also sits on top of the self-sabotage and the self-love, because this joins the two of these. You have got to work through this self-sabotage. That's why you're waiting. It is something that you're needing to, it's shadow work, right? This is what you need to work on. If you want your eternal soulmate, you want the union, the marriage, whatever it is you're looking for, you've got to be strong enough to fight the self-sabotage side of you and get rid of it, because once you do, this becomes right for you. You got to get to that place of peace, because if you notice, the peace is on wedding rings and self-love. When you can find that place of peace and ease within, you have found self-love, and you will have union. If you're still in a place of self-sabotage, you will not have union, because it's not right for you until you get rid of the self-sabotaging tendencies. Even if you're unaware that you still have them, they're there somewhere. That's why Spirit is guiding you here this way. Right? Now we're going to get a Whispers of Love card. I'm going to take that one. I don't normally take the flippers, but I'm being guided to take that one and draw a second one for you. So there we go. Okay, so the first card out, Miracles and Blessings. Card number 13 breaks down to a 4. So this is all about your stability, creating that new foundation so you can build up from it and it won't break down. It'll be solid. It will stay put. It will be marriage for life, okay? Everything has its gift, including whatever difficult times you have been going through or find yourself going through now. There is a gift in everything, right? Card 38 breaks down to an 11, which is a soul path number. Honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. Okay? Part of self-sabotage is also not, you see, this is right underneath, right? Is not speaking your truth. It's about having that communication when it comes in from this person, and you not being totally honest because you're afraid that if I'm honest with this person, it might send them away. But then you're going against you. That is still self-sabotage, because eventually down the road, it's going to come back to bite you in the, you know what, right? You'll resent it, because you didn't work through what you needed to work through with this person by being honest in the first place. If it's meant for you, it won't leave. And if it isn't meant for you, you being honest and upfront about your feelings, they leave, good. They weren't meant for you anyway. It would have ended badly down the road, and you would have been a lot more hurt because you would have fallen for the person. Be honest and truthful upfront. If they stick it out, great. But you know what? When you do that, they also have a huge respect for you. And that generally is what keeps them there, because they have a respect for you. Okay, now we're going to get a Soul's Journey card for you. No? Yes. Okay. Not sure. Normally this one is in the extended, but I thought Spirit wanted it now, and then I thought, oh, maybe not, but yes, we do. Okay. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Are you in denial, Virgo? What are you in denial about? How perfect you are? how deserving you are, how beautiful you are, how loving you are. Self-love and self-sabotage. In denial that this is meant for you. Thinking there's no way this is going to happen because they're just way better than I am, and what could they possibly see in me? It's going to be different for all of you. You all know where you're at in as far as denial goes. But the fact that it sits right here, and that's why Spirit wanted it to come out now instead of in the extended, because in the extended, I rid myself of all of these cards here and keep just this row. This needed to come out now because it sits right below the wedding rings. And it's attached to all of these cards in this area. It's attached to everything by being here, but this area here. Get out of this self-sabotage. That is the denial. Not believing that you're good enough or you're worthy enough. You are. You've got this, Virgo. Whatever's meant for you is going to come for you. Trust that it is for you, that it's not about not being good enough or being good enough. It's about being beautiful as you are. Perfectly and imperfectly beautiful and flawed, and you're amazing. Gotta let it go if you want union. You got this, Virgo. You're one of the strongest zodiac signs I know. And I know that because I'm a Virgo. I don't know where we get our strength from when we get it, but it's sometimes it's miraculous. So do yourself a favor. Go down that miraculous road. You've got miracles and blessings coming in here. And make this right for you at this time. So you can have what you deserve. You can have that be-all, end-all extreme that is coming your way, that Spirit is trying to bring you. Whew, I love this reading for you, Virgo. I know you can move past this. I'm going to ask your guides and Spirit if there's anything you can do to speed this up and get past this so you can have the union that you've been waiting for so long. Going to do that in the extended, okay? So those of you that are going over, I'll see you over there. Click on this title. That will drop down the description box, and that's where the link is. Those of you that are not going over, I love you guys, and I will see you next time.